All right, we got a long weekend going on, and usually long weekends mean it's time to hit the waves. But before I do that, if you're surfing in your 40s, most likely, I mean, not 100% guaranteed, but most likely you have a wife. And your wife likes to give you honey-do lists before you go out and play in the ocean. And so I got this honey-do list of installing this. And keep in mind, I'm not a handyman. See all these tools right here? This is all for show. I have it just to have it. But I don't know how to use those. I don't know how to use these tools. And I gotta replace this because this thing is just broken. And so it would really score me some points to have a long surf session if I can get this done. Look how early it is. And already ahead of me, there's a guy, surfboard on top of the car. Man, people are frothing to get out there today. Well, it's a holiday weekend, and I think people just want to, just like me, they want to beat that holiday crowd. Maybe get like an hour or so of uncrowded surf. So, to you up there in the front with the surfboard on top of your board, I feel you, buddy. Hopefully we're not going to the same spot. Alright, y'all. It's 5 in the morning. I'm sitting in my heater car. Sometimes it's not good to turn up your heater that high because then it's hard to get out the car. But that's what my temp is. I got 3 hours to surf today. I think that's more than enough time. And so let's get out there. I'm the Hypto Krypto, baby. Yee-hoo! Well, when it rains, it pours. I think this fall here kind of set the tone for the rest of the day. Blew a perfectly good wave, and then after that, it was just closeouts and the crowds came. Well, when it rains, it pours. Took a pretty heavy wipeout. This was a really big, steep wave. And then when I got back up, I look up and it's a double set wave. Good time to practice holding your breath. So here's Sunday session, and I decided to take the FireWire Mashup out. Yeah, Woody. So here on this wave, I finally get some open face and I'm able to do a little bit of a turn. Here's that wave one more time, but it felt a little sticky. Well, there were some good waves out there, but just a lot of closeouts. Unfortunately, I only had that one wave with a one turn. So it wasn't my best day on the FireWire Mashup, but we'll try it again. Look at that. Barely made it on this tank of gas. Forgot to fill up my tank last night, but I'm like, I just need to get out there. So, thankfully I made it. We're here on a Monday. We had a long holiday weekend, but you know what? I said, let's take one more day. So here we are on day 3. Now the first session was on July 4th, Friday. It was super crowded. The second day session was on Sunday, July 6th. And here we are, Monday. I decided to go back on the Hypto Krypto. I took the day off and was wondering if I would ever have a good surf session. I finally was rewarded. So I love the Hypto Krypto surfboard, but it does have a weakness. On these little 1-footer grovelly waves, it struggles. It's a zoo out there. I'd rather be here catching these little waves than be in that crowd. Let's see what the Hypto could do in this little mush. Woo! Hey, I want to say hi to Philip Shredder on a mini Simmons today. I got it. So when you look at the comparison, here's the mashup on a turn, and here is the Hypto Krypto on a turn. You can just see there's quite a difference in the turning ability of both boards. The Hypto Krypto is just leaps and bounds beyond what the Seaside and the mashup have to offer in regards to turns. So this is a good board, but unfortunately, for the mashup, for me, these fins are no bueno. I do not recommend these fins on a mashup. We're gonna try a different set of fins and see if that works. And if it doesn't work, then I don't think I need a mashup, but I'm gonna give it one more try and just swap out the fins and see what's going on. On these fins, I had a good opportunity to do a turn and it just felt really sticky. So let's try a different pair and see what happens. All right, these fins belong on the Seaside and the Seaside only. Looks good on it. Did you guys see this board? Oh my word. What a session I had today. And these fins, I don't know what kind of fins these are, but these fins are gold. But last ditch effort, I'm gonna take these fins and put it on there, and let's see if it works this weekend. And if it does, then it was just the fins, it wasn't the board. But what a board this is, man. Love this board. All right, got a new set of wheels on this bad boy. I hope it works because I really like this board. Let's see what happens.